Harsh from Indore is asking a question on Tata Motors from the automotive space. I kind of know what Saurabh has already said, but I'm going to ask him to reiterate. Saurabh, you said that you would be avoiding automotive companies for now, but would that be the case even for the long term? Would you use any opportunities, any dips to buy into Tata Motors?
I think if you look at the Tata Motors domestic sales, they were quite okay. The company was quite confident. But at the same time, you see the industry is not likely to see growth of more than 3 to 4%. And in case of Tata Motor, sales problems lies with the even Land Rover and Jaguar in Europe and China. Because if you see European market, it is not showing any kind of good demand. In China also there is good amount of pressure. So in my opinion, I think it is better to avoid.
Okay, I just want to point out, Hema is pointing out that she's not from Rajkot, she's from Abu Dhabi. Take the next question.
Yeah, sure. Next question, it's coming from Naresh now. Now he's holding a very recent listing as well, Bajaj Housing Finance. A small quantity of 10 shares, but at 134 rupees per share. Let me get in a fundamental view first from Saurabh, because valuations are pricey for the quality of big book of Bajaj Housing Finance, roughly about 1 lakh crores of AUM. Saurabh, what's your view on Bajaj Housing Finance currently and the outlook for the same?
See, the company has always grown ahead of the industry. I mean, they have always posted good growth above the industry average, and the management is quite strong in their business domain also, and the space is also quite good. So valuations, as you have already said, that the valuation is looking a bit on the higher side, but from the long-term perspective, I think it is a good stock to hold.
Okay, good stock to hold, Bajaj Housing valuation. Speaking of high valuations, this is a stock that we've spoken about at length, so I'm not going to talk about the valuations of Suzlon. I'm going to talk about the technical levels that you should watch out for. Himanshu has not mentioned, Akshay, that he's bought the stock. I guess he's kept it on his radar because he's looking for opportunities. And man, it's under quite a bit of pressure today. Would you say that that opportunity has been found, or would you say it's not good to catch a falling knife?
Right. Really, it's not a good time to catch a falling knife because we are in a market where, mid caps, small caps, supports are being easily breached. So you need some kind of stability, some kind of a pre-move in terms of a bounce back being shown by stocks that would give you some kind of confidence that indeed there is buying demand. So instead of preempting the supports and going for preempting the dips in the market, it is better. You might miss out the early 2-3% move, but rather be on the safer side. So here, Suzlon probably is heading for levels of 50 or 47. That's the support at least which is coming out right now. So let the supports be tested. There we need to take a review again whether we need to buy or not. In case you're holding, I would suggest at the current market price, it is better to take an exit if you're a short-term trader.
Exit in the short term, if you're a short-term trader, that's the view coming in from Akshay. The next stock we have on radar is Aditya Birla Capital. Now we are getting a query on the same from Sumit from Mumbai. He holds about 500 shares of the company at 216 rupees per share. Now it is currently lower from that particular price. Year to date as well, it's been around, just given about 13% returns. Let me get in Saurabh for a quick view on the same. Saurabh, what do you think about AB Capital? Any kind of qualitative view that you might have on the same?
See, in my opinion, I think the stock has been a laggard if you compare with the other stocks in the same domain. And I think when the markets are, there is kind of a bearishness in the market. Companies like AB Capital see pressure coming in. So I think it is better to avoid for that for some time.
All right. That's a view on AB Capital. Avoid. Any recommendations on PSU stocks? This is a question from Karthik. He's writing in from Chennai. And so he's wondering whether to buy for the long term. There are several that have cracked a little bit. Saurabh, anything on your radar that you've been looking at based on the fundamentals and valuations that stand out?
I think utilities and bankings are looking good to me. In the utility space, I think Satluj Jal Vikas Nigam kind of a stocks, on the hydropower side, and which have, the company has a lot of expansion plans also. In the banking space, I think companies like Bank of Baroda, for that matter, and SBI also have posted good set of numbers and are expected to post good set of numbers too. The valuations are converting. So he can choose from these banks.